Two of my AI sessions just talked to each other on camera, and I never touched the keyboard. The Claude on the left made a breaking change to an API. Then it found the Claude on the right, told it exactly what broke, and the second Claude fixed its own code. Nobody copied a chat. Nobody re explained anything. This shipped in Claude Code yesterday, and most people scrolled right past it. Here's the deal. By the end of this video, you'll have your own sessions talking to each other on your machine. It's already in your Claude Code, no install. You'll know the four things a message will never carry, which is the part that makes this safe. And you'll know the one setup mistake that makes your sessions invisible to each other, because I made it on camera and my message went to the wrong Claude. First, 30 seconds on what actually shipped. Every Claude Code session on your machine used to be an island. You were the ferry. Copy from this terminal, paste into that one, re-explain the context, lose half of it on the way. The August 7th update gives Claude two new abilities. It can see your other sessions and it can write to them. Not you, Claude. You say in plain English, tell my other session what changed. And it finds the right one and writes the message itself. And before you worry, the rules are strict and they're the reason this is usable. A message is text. That's it. Never your conversation history. Never your files. Never your permissions. And the docs say it plainly. A message from another session never counts as your consent. So one Claude can inform another Claude. It can't puppet it. Here's the setup. Two terminals, two real projects, recorded in one continuous session on this Mac. On the left, a tiny backend API. It just renamed a field. Name is now full name. The kind of change that silently breaks everything downstream. On the right, the front end that reads that exact field in a completely separate Claude session that knows nothing about the change. My job from here, type one sentence, then keep my hands off. That sentence goes to the front end session. Find the session that just changed the user API and introduce yourself. Now, watch the left screen. The backend Claude gets the introduction, checks that the details actually line up, its words on screen. This resolves the identification problem. And then it composes the handoff itself, the endpoint, the renamed field, the exact line the front end has to change. I did not write one word of that briefing. It wrote it for a coworker it met 15 seconds ago. Now the right screen, the handoff lands as a message card. That little card is the whole feature. And here's the part that sold me. The front end, Claude doesn't just obey it. It opens the backend's actual code first, confirms the field really was renamed, then fixes its own template. User.name becomes user.fullname, and sends a confirmation back, front end updated. Round trip. Two sessions, one breaking change, zero copy paste, and my hands never touch the keyboard. If your AI just stopped needing you as a messenger, bus, that's every video here. Subscribe, it's free. Want more? Join here or support her on Facebook. Now the mistake I promised, because it ate my first attempt. A brand new session is invisible. Until it does its first real piece of work, it hides in the session list behind a generic machine name. My backend Claude scrolled through 152 sessions, found nothing called frontend, and this is the behavior you want. It refused to guess. It said, I can't confidently identify your front-end session, so I'm not messaging anyone. Two fixes, and they're both free. One, give every session a real first task the moment you open it, so it earns a name. And two, the trick that saved this demo, flip the direction. Have the receiving session introduce itself once. After that, they know each other's address, and every handoff is instant. Now, the confusion map, because Claude Code suddenly has 5 features that all sound like this one, and picking wrong wastes your afternoon. Resume reopens an old conversation on the same machine. That's time travel, not talking. Teleport pulls a cloud session down into your terminal with its whole conversation. That's moving one brain, not connecting two. Remote control is you steering a session from your phone. You talk to Claude. This is Claude talking to Claude. And agent teams. That's one Claude spawning its own workers inside one session. Cross session messaging is different. Your independent sessions on any of your machines, passing nodes. Same machine, it goes through a private local socket. It never leaves your Mac. Across machines, it routes through Anthropic servers. The honest fine print, it's macOS and Linux. Windows isn't in yet. You need the August 7th update or newer. One command, Claude update, gets you there. It doesn't work through Bedrock or the other cloud providers. Messages are plain text. A session holds at most 100 of them, and if two Claudes start ping-ponging, Claude Code throttles the loop. One more that I love. If a session is running with permissions bypassed, incoming messages don't touch it. They wait for you to approve them. The dangerous mode is the guarded one. Your playbook, 3 steps today. 1. Run Claude update and check you're on 2.1, 224 or newer. 2. Open 2 sessions in 2 projects and give each one a real first task before you need them to talk, so they show up with an identity. That's the invisibility fix. 3. Just ask, in plain English, tell the session working on the front end what we changed, or ask the other session whether the migration finished. Claude does the finding and the writing. And everything from today, the exact prompts I used, the confusion map as one table, the safety checklist, and the 4 handoff patterns worth stealing is free. Comment the word handoff, and my bot sends it to you, or grab it at hyperautomationlabs.co/free/handoff. Real talk. 90% of you watching haven't subscribed. On Facebook, subscribe is the supporter button. That is what keeps the lights on here. On YouTube, it's free and it tells the algorithm to send you more. Subscribe to support us. Here's what actually changed today. You used to be the only connection between your AI sessions. Every handoff went through your clipboard and your memory. Now the handoff is their job. You describe it once, and you're managing a team instead of relaying messages for one worker. If you're just getting started, my beginner guides are linked below. The complete Claude Code guide, the OpenAI Codex guide, the Claude Co-work sales guide, and the Claude Architect Prep Kit. And the builds behind these videos live on Instagram at hyperautomationlabs. And about that team, Claude can now spawn and run a whole team of sessions by itself, inside one window. I've already got it building something with 4 workers. That's the next video. See you there.